This is going to be the weapon demonstration for the support. This is going to be focusing on the top picks. So the Doomstick has 150 DPS. It also happens to have the best upgrade you can get. It also has the absurd amounts of stumble power. You can stumble a raging flash with half an fire. So that's kind of dumb, but whatever. Your second best weapon is going to be the AA-12. It has 850 DPS with high cap mags, and it has 800 DPS with tactical reload. That's not too much of a difference, so it's more important just to synergize with the rest of your loadout. So if you have Boomstick, Doomstick, then take tactical reload. Like the 50 more DPS of a high cap AA-12 is not worth losing 200 on your Boomstick, Doomstick, you know? For the AA-12, you should be able to do a perfect 10 shot on a flesh pound. So you rage it, then you get close, and then you head trace it. But if you miss any pellets, then it's gonna take 11 shots. For scrakes, you want to be as close as possible to get as many pellets in, but you don't want the scrake flailing around. So what you're gonna do is, the first 5 shots will stumble it. So you're gonna backpedal for the first 5 shots, and then after it stumbles, you're gonna do 5 shots up close, and it should finish it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Now, I actually killed that in 9 shots, but it's not going to be that pretty. Okay, never mind. I guess if you get good, it just works. And now for QPs, it works the same as flesh pounds, except much lower health pool. But it's not super safe to shoot down rage QPs since they don't stumble. So you're gonna have to like swap to your Boomstick to stay safe, because it can stumble QPs. And then the upgrading the AA-12 is gonna be the second best upgrade you can get. It saves us shell on everything. It makes everything much easier. And then the AA-12 also has the highest barrage DPS. So it goes from 800 DPS to 1900, which is pretty absurd. So very good barrage weapon. Your third best weapon is going to be the Boomstick. Now, this thing scales horribly with upgrades. It literally only gets 1 damage per upgrade. You might be tempted to upgrade it since you're so close to killing that scrape in 2 alt fires. Look at that. But even if you upgrade it once, it still doesn't kill a scrape in 2 alt fires. That's how poor the upgrade is. You have to upgrade it twice. And it doesn't even increase your damage by much. So it's not worth it at all. Just don't upgrade it. Just deal with the fact that, you know, you're gonna have to have a teammate assist you. Right? Or just shoot it with anything else. Alright, it's not worth it to upgrade the Boomstick. You can still 2-tap the QP. And then for flesh pounds, you're gonna need a triple shot. Now, there's actually a way to optimize this, and it's very complicated. But what you want to do is with flesh pound jump at you. That was the RNG long stumble. So the optimal way to approach this is you want to be able to cover all the options. So if it gets the short 1-second stumble or the RNG long stumble. And then you also have to keep in mind different things when flesh pounds are raged. So what you want to do is, let's see if I can show this in slow motion. So you have the flesh pound leap at you in slow motion. Well, I mean, you have it leap at you. Then you get closer, check if it's gonna do the long stumble. This time it was a long stumble. So I hugged the flesh pound. So you want to dodge the attack and then finish it off afterwards. That's the optimal way to approach this. Because it lets you cover all the options. It lets you take advantage of the long stumble should you get it. And it's just really fast. And it works on rage flesh pounds, except there's a lot of things you need to keep an eye on. I'm trying to show off how the short stumble works. Anyway, there's a mechanic that you have to keep track of in for rage flesh pounds. Now, rage flesh pounds, their attacks go on cooldown for 1.5 seconds should you interrupt it or they miss. So hopefully this guy opens up for me. So if I shoot his chest, I could just stand in front of him. He won't be able to attack me for 1.5 seconds. Alright, so you have to keep that in mind. So if you just get a regular stumble, it only lasts for 1 second. If you interrupt the attack, that's a cooldown of 1.5 seconds. And then if you get the long stumble, well, you could just style on them. Easy peasy. Oh my goodness, stop giving me the long stumble. I'm trying to show off stuff. So it's very complicated. Oh my goodness. So you have to keep in mind if you interrupted its attack, or if you just got a short stumble, or if you got a long stumble. Or else it'll ruin your timing by half a second.
None such shall escape me!
And that's all there really is to say about the Boomstick. And the last thing would be your Hz-12. It has 609 DPS, but it has an absurd barrage DPS of 1800. It's just as good as the AA-12 basically in Z time.
Step up! I'm taking you down!
And I do not recommend using the HZ versus big Zs in real time, but if you really have to, I've got a few tips for you. So for the flesh pound, you want to be on an odd pump. The first shot won't rage it, and then you just gotta do your best to head trace it. If you're awesome, you can do it in a perfect 7-shot. There you go. A perfect 7-shot. Woo! Alright. Do not recommend. It's incredibly difficult. For QPs, same thing like the AA-12. If it's raged, it's not a good idea. Because they won't stumble. If it's unraged, 2 shots will actually stumble, and you can get an easy kill on it. It's just a 5-shot. So not too bad. And for Skrakes, very complicated. Yeah. What you want to do is... Let's see if I can do this in slow motion. What you want to do is get as close as possible. You stumble with 2 shots. And then you... While it's stumbling, you get 2 shots. And then just as it starts attacking, back up to dodge it. You'll barely dodge the attack. Now there's 4 animations it can do. Because when it's raged and you're a certain distance away, it will do 1 of 4 rage lunge animations. That's why you plant your feet, because the distance that Skrakes stumble is actually the exact distance where it'll initiate a rage lunge attack. And all 4 of which are reactable. There you go. So that's the spinny one. That's the rage lunge, and then there's another one where he like kind of jumps and twirls at you with an unblocking. But this is incredibly difficult. And depending on your ping, it might just straight up be impossible. I'm making it look easy. It's not that easy. Especially in a real game. And that's really it.